Going back to November and December of last year, I said that there is a very high chance, about 60 to 65%, that Tesla would be trading in March to April of 2026, up around $500 to $550, maybe even as high as $600. And I was completely wrong. And I want you guys to understand that obviously being wrong is going to happen, right? At the end of the day, no matter how strong your system is, it doesn't mean that you're going to be right on the next trade. What we are trying to do here is run a very tight system with exact entry and exit requirements. And much like the casino, we are not worried if we go on a losing streak or a winning streak, because the casino understands that as long as we continue to play the game long term, the house will always win. And as far as my analysis on Tesla, I got it wrong so far. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how both of our criteria are still being met as of right now, at least for the next 2 weeks, and what I think is going to happen. But I really want you to understand that if you want to do this long term, you cannot expect to be right all of the time, and you cannot expect to win all of the time. And this is why psychologically, number one, I try to be open and honest as much as I possibly can with you guys. I do not take my net worth or how many followers I have on X and YouTube and take my personal success or my worth based off of those metrics, because I understand that when I call out something like Tesla in July of 2024 to January of 2025, the internet and the world is going to think I'm a hero and a genius and everyone's going to want to follow me. And then when I sit here and report on Tesla basically doing nothing for the past 200 days, people are going to question that and people are going to get worried and say, oh, your system doesn't work. That's not the point, right? When you're looking at trading a strategy, if we zoom out here, there are going to be plenty of times where it looks like something doesn't work and plenty of times where you look like an absolute genius. But the most important thing is to stick to the system no matter what ends up happening. And I can promise you, more importantly, for me, sticking to the system is also what allows me to deal with the drawdown and deal with the losses, because I understand that I don't have to hope or pray. I can just rely on the strategy, and long term, the strategy is going to get me to where I want to go. Now, the reason that we were bullish on Tesla back in November, or even going all the way back here into the summer, right? Like we were bullish on Tesla going back into the summer, and we saw that initial rally of like 45% within 35 days. The reason that we were bullish back then is all of our criteria was met. The monthly BX trender, which is this indicator at the bottom of your screen, was green. And more importantly, prior to that was increasing. So when you see this indicator increase light red and then move into green, this is a good sign. This is a bull signal, right? Because this means that buying pressure is entering into the stock. And when we are trading any stock, we want to make sure that there are buyers present. The second thing is that the trend was bullish. If we look at the market bias and this fair value band, you'll see that at the time, this indicator was also green. So we have a bull trend and we have bullish buying pressure coming into the stock. That is a really, really good sign that price is going to break out. And that's exactly what we saw happen. Price ended up pushing up, came right up into this resistance level of about $480 and actually came really close, barely didn't hit it, right? Like literally, look how close we came to this level, almost hit that take profit zone, but didn't. Now from there, price ended up pulling back, and that's okay, right? We have to understand that when we're looking at trading any type of stock or any type of asset, this idea that it's just going to go up forever is not going to happen. What's most likely going to occur in most of these cases is price is going to break out. The expectation is price is going to pull back, and then price is going to break out. And in this case, that happened a bit. Price ended up pulling back. Price ended up pushing up. My thought was maybe price would pull back January, February around here, and then price would break out. And so far, that hasn't happened. Price has just continued to sit and compress and do basically nothing. And I want you to understand here that so far the structure of the market, what is happening, how things are going, is essentially what we expected, right? We expected price to continue to hold here, and that's what's happened. I mean, if we look at this volume profile, we've talked about this potential gap and this support level for 3+ months now. Like, it's crazy how long this has been going on for. And still, price continues to sit sideways and price continues to do nothing. And so at this point, both of my models, my short-term model and my long-term model, are both bullish on Tesla. And so as of right now, my outlook is still that price is probably going to bounce off of $400 and price is probably going to end up bouncing from this support level. And very much so, I think that there's a really good chance the price is going to break out maybe in the next couple of months up to $480 to $500. However, we have to remain objective, right? And one of the things that I hate more than anything is people who just continue to remain bullish, continue to have no reason to look at things objectively, who continue to just say the stock market's going to go up, the stock market's going to go up, because the truth is most of the time it's going to. But we have to also remain objective. And if we're remaining objective here, we know, as we said before, that the trend is still bullish. As long as 400 holds, as long as this 33 fair value band / bias holds, we're still bullish in the trend. But what I really do not like at this point is the monthly BX at the bottom of your screen. The fact that this indicator right now is showing red is not a good sign. And the truth is that if it turns red, it doesn't mean that price has to crater, right? We actually saw it turn red back here in April and price bounced. We actually saw it turn red back here in January, but price did continue to sell off. What the red monthly BX is really going to do a good job of is not being insanely accurate as far as, win rate. If we look even back here in July, this here, price actually ended up breaking out. But what this indicator does a really, really good job at is getting us out of potentially catastrophic situations. So for instance, if we would have followed this back here in April of 2022, it would have saved you nearly a 70% drawdown. And one of the things that I try to push more than anything to my students is that drawdown to me is one of the most important things. If I can make sure that I'm not going to bag hold something during a bear market or a financial collapse or something like that, I'm going to personally look to trade based off of that. It's a big reason why I closed Nvidia. Nvidia is still holding a bullish trend, but I do not want to be a part of a 30-40% drawdown if that were to occur. So in the case of Tesla, everything is still bullish for now, but if that monthly BX closes red, it's not a good sign, right? Really, if that closes red and then the fair value band turns red, that's in my opinion cooked. Right? If that were to occur, if this line were to turn red and then this were to be red, then my expectation is about at least a 20% sell off to realistically 25% sell off. But as of right now, I'm still bullish. Both of my models are still bullish, and I'm going to stick to my original thesis. And as I said before, if you're somebody who really wants to do this long term, guys, you have to be willing and ready to be wrong, right? Like, I don't just say that because I was wrong in this situation. I say it because I promise you that being wrong is going to happen. Like, my first quarter of this year is dog shit. And if you were to just look at my returns and my win rate and my RVR and all of the statistics for the first quarter of this year, you would think to yourself, there's no way in hell that this guy knows what he's doing. And you have no way in hell that this strategy works. And then if you were to zoom out over multiple years, you're going to see that that is not the case. Like, we are going to have losing months all of the time. If we even go back, November 2025, I lost 161,000 last year. If we go back, I also had a losing month, I believe, in last March. No, March actually ended up profiting because we had unrealized losses that we didn't end up actually taking out. But there's going to be losing months within a trading system. There's really no way around this. And so what I want you to understand is that you should not be loss avoidant. What you should do is understand that losses will happen. I mean, let's just, before we hop off here, let's just even look at this long-term system on Tesla, right? So this long-term system, as we said before, looks to do two very simple things. Go long when this 33 fair value band is green. Go long when the monthly BX is green or increasing light red. That's it. Those two simple things. And if you were to just do that, you would have made a 4,437% compounded return on Tesla. Your win rate is only 43%. That means that you are wrong 6 out of 10 times. But what makes a strategy so profitable is your risk versus reward. The 4 times out of 10 that you are right, you are making 23 times the profit than what you're losing when you are wrong. And I cannot explain to you how important this is, especially because when a lot of people hear something like a 43% win rate, they think to themselves, okay, that means, in 10 trades, I'll win 4 and I'll lose 10. No, you could have a 40% win rate and you could lose 10 trades in a row, right? What 40% means is that if you were to do 100 coin tosses or 100 of these trades, on average, you'd have 43 wins and you'd have about 66 losses. And so this is the number one thing, in my opinion, that messes so many people up. And this is the number one thing that I really want you guys to walk away from when all is said and done, when I eventually retire from doing this. I want the very small select few of you who watch my content, who digest this information, to truly understand what being a legitimate trader is. You're going to lose, you're going to fail. For me, it's going to happen publicly, which makes it even harder. But that's it. Like, nobody said this is supposed to be easy, and it's not. But if you stick to it, if you use proper risk management, if you don't full port all of your positions, if you're willing to be wrong, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to stick to the system through thick and thin, you will be rewarded for it. I hope this video helped. As always, if you guys want access to all of our indicators, the link to all of our free courses are going to be in the description with those indicators. And I actually have a new course and 2 new indicators coming for you guys pretty soon.